notification. You know.
Live.
All right, so we are live, but there's no one yet viewing. You know, gotta wait a little bit. You know.
Hold on, wait. So I can check the chat.
Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
I check the chat on my phone.
I see some people in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there we go. We got 2 viewers. There. All right. So, welcome to episode 43 of Chilling with the NY Warriors. That's right, guys. Nice and loud and crystal clear for y'all. All right, that's an inside joke, guys. That's an inside joke. All right, so you know what? Let's go down the line. We got a full house tonight. First, real quick, before we do the intros, I just want to give a shout out. Well, this person wanted me to give everyone a shout out. I spoke to Carlos 189 earlier today, and he just wants to report to everyone that he's doing great. He just has to do one more personal thing that he has to take care of, and then after that, you should see him. So you should probably see him in the next couple of weeks or so. He should be back on the show, so you guys get to see Carlos. So he wants to just let everyone know that, Good.
Awesome. Good news. Good news.
Yeah.
The quote Carlos, he just say, yo, tell everybody I said what's up.
Yeah. he said, yo, what's up, mengs and womengs? Womengs and womengs. All right, so let's just go down the line. We got Marky 316.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Monday. Here we are. New week. New comics coming out. Let's do this. Let's get the show going.
All right. Always a pleasure, Marky.
Hell yeah.
All right. Next, we got Manny NYC, but he also has a first appearance.
Hey, baby NYC.
Go ahead, Manny. Introduce Mason to the world.
This is Mason. This is my little guy. I'm gonna be toned down today, so you guys already know because he's right here. So 7 months, and that's it, right, Mason? And he likes to put things in his mouth. No.
So Manny's gonna be PG-13 today, guys.
That's right.
That's the first for him.
It might be rated G, man. G.
Yeah, rated G. Right?
If you start spewing out stuff, just blame the white man. It's okay.
All right. Next, we got Joker M21, aka Mike.
Yo. What's going on, YouTube? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Ain't nothing new.
Nothing new?
Nothing new, brother.
All right. All right. Next, we got Jeff Johnson.
The delay.
Yes, I must be special. I got the horn like 2-3 times.
Yeah, right. The horn was like extra strong on that one.
But you know why? Because I finally did a video for 2018. That's what it is. Not one, two video.
Yeah, 2 videos. That's right. You got 2 Jeff Johnson
videos already.
Did the world just freeze over? What the hell? How did that happen?
All right, man. Always a pleasure. Then we have Eli, Easy the Game Hunter, a.k.a. Eli Summers, a.k.a. Eli. What's going on, bro?
What up? What's going on, everybody? I was missing the last show, wasn't I, huh?
Yeah, man. You had that bad internet last time. Oh, no, not really the show.
Yeah.
It was the auction. It was the auction, the last one.
Yeah, but I feel like I missed the show, too. But
Probably did.
Yeah, no, I missed the last auction, bad internet, and all that. I lost my charger. I couldn't charge my laptop for like a week. So,
well, you're all good now.
Good. Yep.
All right, good, man. It's happy to have you, man. All right, so basically, this show, we all reading certain books. So we're gonna go down and discuss the books that we've read this week, the comics that we read this week, and hopefully some of the books that you guys haven't read and you may want to read, or it's something that you have read, and at the same time we get to hear you guys' opinion on it, in the chat, as well as you guys could hear ours. So I'm gonna start with Eli. Eli was reading some books that he wanted to discuss on the show. So take it away, bro.
Yeah, I was reading a few books recently. I got into Justice League of America. I haven't been reading it like the whole thing, but then I read the new storyline. I was like, hold on, let me catch up, a little bit. And it's a pretty good series. They introduce a lot of new characters. There's a lot of new characters in Justice League of America that they introduced throughout the whole run. So that was pretty cool. Talk about like the more recent stuff though. Deadly Fables is the newest storyline, and they got Terry Dodson doing the main covers. So that's nice. Pretty much they've reintroduced the character from she was originally in the old JLA series from like the first to second volume in like the early 2000s. The Queen of Fables, she's called. I forget what her name is, but she's like a character. She's like one of them characters. She's like a one-shot deal where she showed up for like a little bit and then kind of like they stopped using. They never used her again. So they just recently bringing her back in the fold, and pretty much the storyline is like with her. Is like the whole thing with just over the whole issues of JLA is Killer Frost dealing with her powers, and she's like trying to. She has to like feed like off of people's energy in order to like maintain her power, like herself, or like she'll die pretty much. So she pretty much like ran into the Queen of Fables, and she was like, "Oh, I could grant whatever wish you want," and for her was to wish like for her to just be human again. So she lost her powers. Now she's like dealing with that, but because she got the wish granted. The Queen of Fables, she jumped out of like she was like trapped or something in like a storybook or some craziness, and she like because she like pretty much like some kind of like genie in a bottle type shit, or she jumps out of the whatever the storybook universe or whatever the hell she came from and into the modern day, and like she just wreaks like all hell all over the place. Like she got like freaking woodsman dudes kidnapping people, and she starts granting everyone else's, people on Earth's wish. And because she does that, she gets more powerful. So now it's just, Justice League again, their butts kicked and everything. And now they got to figure out a way to, combat her. So yeah, that's just like pretty much, that whole series. It's been a really good series.
You're making me want to read. I should have gotten it, man.
Yeah.
I got it for you, bro.
Because when Justice League first, on Rebirth, they were like, it wasn't a strong story, but that seems really like something that I could look.
Yeah. Justice League of America was way better than Justice League, to be honest with you.
They're going out on a high note because of the whole thing. I think that they're going to be ending Justice League of America, and then Scott Snyder's coming in after he does Metal, and he's doing some Justice League arc and going to make some team.
No Justice.
So they're trying to get these stories out. Yeah, but I heard about that.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the first issue of the arc. If you could still carry this, if you could still get this from your shop, go pick it up. And
what you gonna say, Manny, about the book?
Nah, I was gonna say there. Eli already said it.
Okay.
The book.
Yeah. Pick up this book, and if your store
out the second cover.
If your store still got this, they got this cover. This is the variant for this.
Yeah.
Issue 23. This is the second part.
Yeah, Midtown they sold out. The first cover was Terry Dodson.
Yeah, so usually
Terry Dodson cover is pretty good. Yeah.
Usually when Midtown sells out of a book, that means there's a little buzz on it, or a little something that is worth noting or worth getting. And it's cover price. So it's not like you're gonna break the bank on it. Yeah, $2.99, you can't go wrong. A lot of times these $2.99 books they hit, and then everyone wants to get them later down the line, and the price is up. That's what happened to Teen Titans number 12. That's a regular cover price.
I like what they did with Killer Frost in the whole arc of Justice League of America. I like how they make her like kind of like, because the Killer Frost in this universe is Caitlin Snow, who is in the the TV show The Flash universe. So it's like kind of like similar characters where she's a hero, but she's kind of like torn between her.
She's more like anti-hero.
Yeah, she's fighting like the evil. Yeah.
Yeah, she's fighting evil, but at the same time, she has to do something like consider evil to to survive to sustain herself. So
Nice.
so
Good.
it's her story is really good. It's really good. Tell you the truth, I wish Killer Frost had her own book, kind of, but
Yeah, you never
I
know.
think yeah, but
Coming out next
Yeah,
week.
yo, you're fucking selling me on this shit, bro. For real.
yeah, no,
When we meet up, you read it.
yeah. But I've been
Read
reading
it
a
now.
lot too, so yeah, pick it up and trade, pick up the individual issues if you want to collect, all the new characters.
And also, you guys didn't
was like,
know that the first issue of that has a first appearance also.
yeah. So if you
I
get
don't
that
know
too.
who it is, but if you get the first issue, I mean, you probably find it in the dollar bin right now. But if you get the first issue, it'll tell you if you it should tell you the new characters in there. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of new characters, and some of them are pretty like. I think they're gonna be around for a while. Like this Queen of Fables, like they bought her back, and like they did her really well. So
cool.
she's an older character. If you want to get her first appearance, it's in JLA 47, I think, from 2000 or 1999, the 1999 series. So the first appearance. That's the book.
Okay.
Nice. Real quick, I just want to the comment. JLS said that Big East has been working on his lighting situation. Tebow would be proud. Oh man, that was funny as hell. So, speaking of the chat, real quick, I just want to give my round of shout outs I usually do on the chat. I want to thank Rod Ham 78 for joining us, Tats Comics, Joker 68, NS Master 80, NES Master 80, JLS Comics, Lord Tat, man. We got Eddie the Comic Guy. He's our moderator in the chat. We got Rag 718, SS Comic Reader, Jason Smith, Redbeard. Who else?
You got SS Comic Reader.
Yeah, no, I said SS Comic Reader. We got Undisputed Frost. Who else? We have Stay Puff 1983. Stay Puff 1983. If you guys don't know, he's from Instagram. He's real big on Instagram. Does a million tags on the Instagram. Cool dude. Very cool dude. He's King Jaffa from Zamunda. He knows what I'm talking about. It's funny as hell.
You can be on here yourself.
We have Gomez the Comic Collector. We got Gamma Comics. You know what? Gamma, Carlos asked for you the other day. He was like, yo, what's up with Merc? What's up with Gamma? So just to let you know that he asked about you guys. He asked about Sean too. Yeah.
He said yeah. He said yeah too. That's foul.
All right. We have Splash Page Comics. Guys, thanks for joining us. This is gonna be a more comic driven episode, more of a we're just gonna give you a synopsis of the stuff that we're reading. And just like what Eli was just giving you why he's been reading Justice League of America and what's interesting about the story. So if you're done with that issue, Eli, there's anything else you want to say? I want to move on to the next person, and then we'll come back to you. We'll do rounds. You good?
Mason raised his hand. He says next.
Yeah. I mean, I want to talk about a Marvel book. Just
go ahead. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Go for it.
People don't think we're DC heavy people, but somebody else wanted to talk about a Marvel book.
I think you need to drink some oil, man. That robot is coming.
Robot boy.
You said Marvel, and they're already. Nope, you're not talking about us,
motherfucker. And
you guys could curse because the baby can't.
But,
okay.
No, but you know what? We're not just.
No.
It's not because.
Yeah. You are Eli.
Yeah, you're freezing up, Eli. We're not gonna be. It's not just DC heavy. I mean, most of us are DC heavy, but we do read Marvel. Jeff has a Marvel book that he read, right?
Oh yeah.
So go ahead, because he lost connection.
I'll be back.
I'll tell you the truth. All the books that I read so far all been DC. I haven't read any Marvel book. Not yet. I'm still in the middle of reading Spider-Man, but going through the chats, SS Comics, he asks, how was how was it, getting our picture taken with Neil Adams? So
Mm.
I'll start answering that question. Neil Adams. Okay, there's two different Neil Adams. There's Neil Adams at the con, which is the donut man, and then there's Neil Adams at your LCS, which is like Neil Adams at an LCS is the type of guy that you could just like chill,
Talk shit.
swap stories, talk shit, have a beer with, and all that stuff.
Only back.
Neil Adams at the Comic Con,
All
fucking
business.
donut man, pay me. Okay.
All
Business.
business.
Yep.
So my experience with Neil Adams, great guy. As long as he's in the LCS, he's a great guy. He'll talk forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I didn't go to this Neil Adams signing at Rose, but I went to the last Neil Adams signing, and he was a totally different guy than from the cons. He remember he took like 1 million pictures, right? He was like another one,
yeah.
one,
Yeah, same
another
thing.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Neil Adams.
Yeah.
He'll tell you a story.
into
Like,
DJ
come on, sit
Khaled.
down. Let's take a picture. Let's sit down. Take a picture. Somebody get a camera. Take a picture.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's Neil Adams at the LCS. Great guy.
Yeah, Neil Adams is definitely different. And you know what's good about meeting him at an LCS instead of a convention? That he always does the one free book to sign, and his prices are lower than the convention. Convention he usually charges about $50. At the stores he charged $30 for one signature, but you get the first one free.
Mhm.
So you can just go there with one book and get it signed for free, and you get a free picture.
And he also made sure he had like a napkin or a piece of blank paper. He would take the marker and he would like tip it, make sure it didn't leak out and all that.
Right,
He actually did a nice, decent. Instead of going real fast, he did a nice, decent. Erod has got an awesome signature on that Superman book. That thing looks nice. Wait till you guys when he gets.
Yeah,
that
he showed
picture.
it. He showed it in the video.
Yeah, he showed it in
The
his video.
Superman book. That Superman book was a little getting finger
Oh,
fucked by me.
Yeah,
wait a
just
minute.
mentioned that.
Yeah. So wait a minute. Let me set, because I was right behind him. Okay, so he signed this books and he is going to take a picture with him, and he has the Superman book and he's talking into it like this, so he's bending it around. All you see was Erod's face, like I just pressed that. God damn it! Stop flailing it around.
No.
Yeah, you seen the word. You seen the face that said no.
And he like, man, I remember this book. This book.
I hate this cover. I hate this.
Yeah, I hate this. And the book is flapping like this.
Flapping like
I hate this cover.
like it's a fan. You're like, oh, it's so hot.
Yeah, the cover that he hates is Superman 233. The one that Superman's breaking the chains. The reason he hates that cover is because DC made him add the kryptonite on the bottom. It says kryptonite nevermore, and they made him put it between his legs. So the Superman's left leg is extended, where it's out of proportion. So that's why he hates it. I was looking up because I actually have one of those wall decors of that cover hanged up on my wall. So the legs are out of proportion. So that's why he hates that cover.
And he explained that whole story when he brought that book up. He actually, and then he went into a whole thing about his gallery and all that. And then, of course, he looked at everybody else's book and everything like that. And it was
AG Stefan says AG Blue.
It was a nice time. It was a good time hanging out and good time seeing all you guys there too.
So he was he's good like that. He when I met him in the stores, I'm pretty sure he's the same man that everyone talks about. His blue shirt and his blue shirt, his beige jacket, and his red
that's his tie. That's his MO, man. That you gotta.
You know why he's like that? He's an old school comic fan. To him, that's his costume.
Yeah,
true.
That's his costume. People look at it like he doesn't change, but when he's out there, he's performing. So when a superhero goes out there, they go out in the same uniform, right? So that's how he looks at it. He goes out and that's his uniform, and that's his Superman blue shirt and his Superman red tie. That's his uniform.
That's true.
Basically, not excusing him, but that's how he looks at it.
All right. Story time.
All right. So go ahead, Jeff. What book you want to
You know what? I was gonna start out with Damage, but since we were talking about Neil Adams and Superman,
Mm-hmm.
I start off with Superman.
Okay.
I mean,
What number is
this is
that?
this is Superman issue 39.
Okay.
This is like a filler issue, but it's like one of the best Superman stories out there only because this is what makes Superman Superman. In a nutshell, it's pretty much you got a bunch of kids in the hospital, some are ill and all that stuff. So Superman, Green Lantern, they take the kids and they shoot them up to the Watchtower where they hang out with the Justice League for a day. And they play games with them and all this stuff. They even make Batman smile in this issue. And then at the end, they all hang out at the moon with Superman. So, I mean, like I said, it's a filler issue, but reading this story is like, man, this is what makes Superman Superman. And I thought it was a good issue. I really did.
And you know what? When it comes to Superman now, ever since they rebooted with Rebirth, Superman has been getting the royal treatment the whole time since the beginning of Rebirth, and no one could deny that. His regular Superman title has been strong, and Action Comics title has been strong also. Like maybe there's a couple of weaker story arcs in between now, but overall it's been awesome.
It's been a nice
Mark, you've been reading Action Comics. Dan Jurgen's been killing it. He's been, he started with that whole nostalgic Death of Superman thing in the beginning of Rebirth, and now he's, all the stories in between that came out, Zod and all that. Like it's been great.
It's kind of like how when Batman came out, Rebirth. Batman kind of started out a little shaky, but now it's really good. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Tom King has been killing it.
Yeah, Tom King had big shoes to fill after Schneider and Capullo.
Yeah.
They had big
hold on
shoes.
1 second.
Yep.
Splash Pay say he didn't like that Superman read. I can understand that, Splash, because you're mostly Marvel. And JLS said Jeff is excited to see those red trunks again on Superman. Yes, I am.
You gotta say yes, you are. No homo.
Oh, no homo.
Well, I'm back to seeing X-Men going back.
I mean, y'all read Marvel 2 and 1?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I only read the first issue, man.
Go ahead.
I read issue 2 was good.
Go for it. Go for it, Mike.
So show them
Marvel
everything
2,
you're gonna. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marvel 2 and 1 basically. Issue 2, right? And this issue is the first issue thing kind of like has Human Torch convinced that Reed Richards and Sue is still alive, and
well, he doesn't really know they're alive. Like he has a hunch. He has a hunch that they could be. He said they could be alive, but they would never know if they don't come and look for they don't look. That's what it is. Yeah.
So
Go ahead, I'm sorry, Mike.
No, it's cool. In this issue, basically, Thing and Human Torch, they end up in Monster Island because they're looking for Reed Richards. I forget, he left them something. I forgot what it was. So they end up in Monster Island, and Mole Man was there. He's the leader of Monster Island, and then all of this, they end up battling some monsters and whatever. And then out of nowhere, Dr. Doom shows up, and he just starts kicking everybody's ass. And he gets into it with a little bit with Thing and Human Torch talking about it. How Doom, I think Doom knows, like, how Thing lied to Human Torch about the real whereabouts of Sue and Reed Richards or whatever. And I mean, after that, he ends up leaving because they find that whatever Reed Richards had in Monsters Island wasn't there. So Dr. Doom left or whatever, and and what is it, Thing and Human Torch is just still looking for wherever they're looking for from Reed Richards, whatever.
It was like some sort of like device or something.
Yeah, it's some type of device. I don't know. I forgot what it was. And
Would you say this book is kind of like reintroducing the Fantastic Four and getting people ready for them to come back into this whole fold?
I haven't got that vibe yet.
Okay.
I haven't got that vibe yet. Not yet.
Well,
but you never know.
I think with the title, the story arc is called Fate of the Four. So it kind of gives you the impression that at the end we might get the Fantastic Four or some remnants of the Fantastic Four. We know that the 616 Mr. Fantastic, he's supposed to be dead because he died in Secret Wars. You know, so the Ultimate Universe Reed was the one that stood with I read Secret Wars. He stood with the kids.
Yes.
In that dimension where they're making universes.
Right.
You know, along with Molecule Man, right? Like that's if I remember too clear. So I think if we get a return of the Fantastic Four, it'll be Ultimate Universe Reed Richards to come back. I don't think it'll be 616 Reed, but in that case, it doesn't really matter because he's called Reed Richards also. So it's not like a Spider-Man. It's not like a Miles Morales and Peter Parker, two different people. It's the same person. You know, it's all. It's just Ultimate Universe Reed instead of 616 Reed. 616 Reed died. You know, he died. You know.
See, now I gotta go read Secret Wars again because I could have sworn he's still alive.
Nah,
he died, still alive.
Real quick, I just want to answer something in the chat. It has nothing to do with this book, but just before we get too far in, SS Comic Reader. So Brian Michael Bendis is not taking over the Superman run. He's gonna write a story in Action Comics.
Yes,
he's gonna write a back end story, not the story that is in continuity. It's still gonna be Dan Jurgens and the other guy doing the
multiple artists and writers going to be on that book. It's going
to be almost like an annual, that book, where it's going to have different stories, and Brian Michael Bendis is going to have one story in there. But it's not really a story that's in continuity. So that's what it's not.
They really haven't said what he is doing yet. They're going to wait. They already know what he's going to be doing. They just haven't told us yet.
Yo, what was the cover price on that book? Was it $7.99? $8?
$7.99. Yeah, it's gonna be $8 book. It's a 1,000th issue. I mean, it's gonna be. That I don't mind. That I don't mind when we've been paying like $2.99 for a book, and then a big milestone issue like that comes out, and then they slap a $7.99. It's better than slapping a $10 on a annual or whatever.
Like what they do, or just a regular issue. Exactly.
Regular Deadpool issue, and it's $10.99 because it's thicker. I mean, give me a break, Marvel. Come on.
Not even on freaking paperback or whatever format you could.
So
no, it's all right.
People are gonna buy this issue. It's 1,000 issue of Action Comics. They're gonna buy that one.
So far, they got like 11 different covers.
Yeah. It's a big milestone. So
that are probably gonna come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's it for Marvel 2-in-1. So what do you expect for the next issue? What do you think?
I'm expecting maybe a little bit more info on what maybe like Marky said, they probably will introduce more Reed Richards and see if they come and play Sue or Reed, and definitely more Dr. Doom. As Dr. Doom. And let me tell you something. That art is really awesome in that book, bro. That Jim Chung or whatever, is dope. It's pretty freaking dope, man.
I read the first issue and it was good, man. The first issue was definitely good,
You know what?
So I just didn't read the second one.
He's not gonna be on issue 5 though, so I'm assuming he's only got like a couple, probably like the next issue, and then that's it.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Marvel is dropping hints about bringing back the Fantastic Four because you got the Marvel 2-in-1. And then also in Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, she is the smartest person now in Marvel Universe, but she's trying to form her own Fantastic Four because she's saying that the world needs a Fantastic Four. So I think they're trying to drop hints and stuff. So we'll see. I think it's a matter of time.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, so I'm definitely Marvel 2-in-1 is for me it's a must read. Especially for us old school FF fans, Yeah,
definitely.
All right, so Marky, go ahead. What do you want to?
All right. Well, I'm gonna. I hope you guys read it, but I know you didn't read it. Jeff, you've been yelling at me for reading it, and I finally read it. So I'm sorry, I've been slacking because I just actually finished Doomsday Clock, but I want to talk about this because I need a little help. So Jeff, you're going to be my help. So what I'm going to talk about is Mr. Miracle #4. This run has been incredible. Okay. Now, growing up, I didn't know much about Mr. Miracle. I know he's a new god, and I didn't know much of his backstory in the Kirby days and all that stuff, because when I knew him as an action figure that I had to find it from the superpowers. And then after getting all of them, then as I got older, I got to read who these people are. So when this came out, I picked it up just because of the win. Oh, it's Mr. Miracle. He hasn't had his own title for a while. So all the guys here have been all recommending it to each other. We all been yelling about it. And we've been reading this, and this has been a hell of a run. The artwork, the story. Basically, I see it's more of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda's relationship. And then some weird shit. This is where I don't know if this is a dream. Is he dreaming this? Because you see some panels, they get a little wavy, so you don't know if this is actually happening. Like
him reality or not.
Yeah, you don't know what reality you're in, but there is something going on. So we left off to get into this issue. Mr. Miracle has been sentenced to death. So
yeah,
he said, and Big Bart is like, this ain't happening. This is not happening. So this issue starts with them going to, is it New Genesis or New Apocalypse or something like that?
Yeah, no, it has to be New Genesis.
New Genesis. It's going to New Genesis. They're going to Orion. Because they're saying, fuck you, Orion. So throughout the whole issue, it's nothing but panels of them going with guards, killing them and all that. And the whole discussion on the way is how to refurnish the apartment that they live in. It is just hysterical. You're seeing all this crazy ass action moves and all that. It's like, I think we need a lamp over here. I said, but I like the couch over there. And it's just funny going out of the way. Yeah. The artwork is great. Then when we get into the serious note on the last page, let me bring this up. Throughout the whole book, there's been these little panels saying Dark Side is. And we haven't seen him yet. We haven't seen him. We know he's around. So we just seen that little panels here. So when we get to the end, when they finally discuss that they agree on what they're going to do with their apartment after they're trying to kill Orion or go after him or whatever, they get to the temple, and then he goes right up to Orion, and Orion's already fucked up. Now, I'm guessing that he's dead, or he's just really fucked. He looked pretty dead to me.
Real quick, JLS says that he's going to wake up and realize that he's the comic Ghost Rider, since everyone is a damn Ghost Rider now. Leave it to Tom King for a kind fuck like that.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he wakes up and this has just been a whole big giant mind fuck, because that's what it feels like when I'm reading this.
You got to remember too, Mr. Miracle and Big Barda, they're from Apocalypse.
Yes,
that's where they're from. They're not from New Genesis, even though they're good. Right. They're from, and you know who does a lot of mind games. Granny Goodness.
Well, remember that was that whole arc in the beginning. That was that whole arc of what they did to them and everything else and what happened to her and she's dead. Supposedly she's dead. So we get to the last page. Yeah, let me just pull it out. So we get to the last page, and it's Orion just fucking mutilated. It looks like here. Hold on.
Yeah, I thought he was dead. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like he's freaking dead as a freaking doornail to me. But hold on. All these ads here.
You don't want to spoil it. About what?
No, go ahead, man. It's spoiler.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, just to show you real quick, this.
You got it open. Okay. All right. Yeah, you show it. You show it.
Whole big fight scene, and then they fighting this guy. I forgot his name.
Light Ray.
Right. So they fighting and all this stuff, and then she just pops up and go, "Oh, I'm pregnant." Fight some more.
Oh, right.
Goes up to her and he goes, I love you.
I love you. Right.
Yeah. I thought that was that's like relationship goals right there.
Right. This whole series has been heavily driven on their relationship. Heavily driven on how much they love each other and care about each other, and how Big Barda doesn't want him to give up so easily. Say, what's going on? You can't do this. You can't just accept death. You're gonna fight. You gotta fight. I'm not letting you go. It ain't happening. Yeah. So, like we said, that last panel, you see Orion all fucked up and everything, and then out of the corner, you see Darkseid. Didn't it look like he shot his Omega beams out?
Yeah.
So
Hold on, let me bring out the page again.
yeah, bring out the page. So this is where, and like I said, throughout the course of the book, there's these little wave transition pages. So you like you're watching a TV and the channels scrambled. It's kind of like one of those. So it's kind of like feeling, is this really a reality that's happening to Mr. Miracle right now? So right there it is. Dark Side
is. And then see, like everything is in red.
Right. It's all red.
Yeah.
And they're like, holy shit.
And then he like, I seen the face of God.
And then the next page.
Yeah, Third Vision. There is a lot of 9-panel pages on in this series.
Oh
Yeah.
that's another thing. The panels are just so nice, and it's open, and you see this whole fight that they're doing, and all they're doing is discussing their apartment and what Big Barter wants to remove, and what Scott's like. Why do you want to take that away from me?
Yeah.
What you got on the next page? Because on the next page I have is advertisement for the Terrifics.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's another thing. You know, we'll get to that when that book comes out. Hold on, no, I could have sworn.
Yeah, Puff Comics, a hardcover. This is definitely gonna make for a good hardcover.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good hardcover. Oh, here he is. Oh, it's very hard to. I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up, but there he is. That's Dark Side. That's Dark Side, and you see the Omega beams coming at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's at the beginning. That's all up here.
Right,
Yeah.
that's all at the beginning. So then that's what the last panel is. I just saw the face of God, and that's how this issue ends. And this is kind of like the halfway point, kind of like their mid-season break here. So they left you off with that, and they got 6 more issues of this. Again, the writing, the art, I think it goes very well, and I mean, this has been like the sleeper hit, as we said in the beginning when the first issue came out, because that thing flew off the shelves after word got out on how good the book was.
Yeah, Rag is just saying on the chat, yo, is Biggie selling his #1? I got the #1 issue, the variant signed by Tom King at New York Comic Con. It's grading right now. It should get a 9.8. It's definitely gonna be a 9.8. That book was pristine, you know. So I'm just waiting for that to come back. But no, I'm not selling it.
And I have to, since we were talking about us meeting with Neil Adams, all that, I got to give a huge shout out to Joker right here, Mike, because he, speaking of Mr. Miracle, gave me this nice Mr. Miracle #2, which is the first Granny Goodness. So, so that brother, thank you so much.
No problem, Marky.
This was very nice of you, sir, and all that stuff. So. Yeah, I'm getting my Mr. Miracle on. I am loving this. I really am loving this book.
Mr. Miracle is definitely dope. Real quick in the chat, King of the Golden State said, can Marky and Jeff act out a scene in Mr. Miracle? Jeff being Big Barda and Marky being...
No, we're not going to act that, you sick fucking West Coast chucklehead #2. I'm telling you. You have something wrong with you.
You know what? If you give me that Amazing Fantasy 15, I'll put the wig on and everything.
Why you ain't acting shit like that?
Is the art like Jack Kirby? A question from Nerd Vision. Is the art like Jack Kirby? No. It's very different.
No.
Yeah.
It's very noir. It's like noir style.
It's very pretty art. It's a very pretty art book, but it feels
very independent type art. Very independent type art.
A lot of colors, you could say too, right? A lot of colors.
But it goes with the story.
Right. It feels right.
Right.
When you read that and you look at the panels and you look at the art, you actually feel this actually goes. Because how many times have we read a great book, but the art sucked? In the book. And it just didn't, it felt good as a story, but the art and what you're trying to see or what they're trying to portray sucked ass. And then vice versa. It could be awesome art. Okay, Civil War 2. Great artwork. Started off strong and then fizzled out like a dud at the end. I mean, but it was still good artwork, but the story got lost at the end to me. I mean, that's just my thing. Me and Tim talked about that like crazy. But so Mr. Miracle, if you haven't been picking them up, well, I don't know what you're going to try to find that. I've seen that first issue. I've seen the regular cover for 10 and that variant for about 15, 20.
Yeah, so, the regular cover goes 50.
I heard it went up.
I heard it went up too.
It's going up, and if once you get a slab, then you get a 9.8. it's instantly like $150 book.
And this is a
Speaking
new
of Mr.
book.
Miracle.
This is a new book.
Yeah,
And
but
again,
it's a low print
Tom
run.
King. Tom King's behind it, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Tom
I'm telling
King,
you,
yeah.
he's surprising everybody. And
Yeah. And he's a cool ass dude, man. I met him in New York Comic Con. He's cool, man.
nice.
Yeah,
Cool
I
dude.
agree that the art is subjective. On that, King Golden State said art is subjective. It is subjective. The art, it's not for everybody. You know, I like it.
You know,
I like
here's
it
a great
personally.
example.
It matches with the tone. It
Right.
matches with the
Here's
tone
a
of the
great
writing.
example of how art and story go hand in hand. Forget about Mr. Miracle. Kingdom Come, Alex Ross. That book is amazing because the art and the story just go hand in hand because it looks real. It feels, and when you're reading it, it's like, yeah, I can actually see making them that expression. I can see that scene as they were explaining it. That's just an idea of what I mean by, but something like this has like you said, like an independent feel, a good story, especially with people that maybe don't know about Mr. Miracle. And you really kind of learned a little bit about things about him, and also the relationship is heavily driven. But the thing is, I don't know where it's going to go, and I'm just exciting to see when we get to the end of, because I want to know, one, is this really happening? Because like I said, I got that feeling this is a mind fuck happening to us. I feel like he's trapped somewhere, and they're really fucking with his head right now. But I don't know.
Wouldn't that be a little disappointing, though? Wouldn't that be if it was all a dream or something? Nah,
oh, you know what? I'll be a little bit
magazines
fucking
and
pissed.
all that.
Yeah. I'll be a little bit pissed off if it was something stupid. But I'm sure.
You know what? I don't
it's
think
not.
it's dream, because I don't think this is in continuity.
It's not.
It has to deal with the New God side. We're not bringing any DC people in here. This is a New God.
I mean, Darkseid is. I mean, if you want to get technical, he's already back. He's beating the crap out of Wonder Woman over here.
Yeah. I mean, and that's also the whole thing with Metal. You got the Darkseid baby thing going on in here, and that's like a continuation from the New 52 storyline when he got brought back to life after him and the Anti-Monitor fucking devastated each other. So, you know, it's just but then we go into this. Supposedly, this is gonna screw everything else up more and try to put everything into perspective. So, so I read this too. So I don't know if anybody else did. We can talk about this another time.
No, you can go back to that. Let me go my book real quick. All right. So what one of the books I've been reading is you guys know I've been collecting the Flash since the beginning. This is the regular cover. I have the variant also. This is supposed to be, sorry, that was my dryer finishing. So this is the regular cover. I have the other one. It's supposed to be the 700 issue of the Flash. That one's done by Tony Daniel. So this is the start of a new story arc. The story arc is called The Perfect Storm, and the Flash reads like the TV show almost. Like it starts off, my name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. Then he gives a little synopsis of what happened previously to this issue. So, with these story arcs, you could jump on them from the beginning. Like you do need to read some of the stuff in the back, but they reference everything perfectly in here. So if something happened in the previous arc that's kind of important, they'll reference it in the panel what issue you could read that, whatever it is that you're trying to find out. So basically in this issue, it's about him, it's about Barry Allen, the Flash, and he told Iris that he's the Flash because remember the Flash deals a lot with what's going on with the Doomsday Clock, with the whole Flashpoint and everything like that. So he knows everything about the New 52. He knows all that. So he had to retell basically Iris that he's the Flash, and she's kind of like a little upset at him of why he didn't tell her before, but she wants no secrets. Like she wants him to tell her everything. So he brought her up to the Watchtower, and then she was like, "Oh man, so that means that you know who Batman really is and who Superman really is." And she's trying to get a scoop on Lois Lane before Lois, and he's like, "Those are not my secrets for me to tell you." He tells her basically. But she was like, "I want to know something else. Like I want to know everything from him." So he's like, at this point, he still can't tell her everything because he can't tell her about Flashpoint. how he messed up the timeline. He can't tell her about that. There's two Wally Wests. One is her nephew and one is not. So he can't tell her those things yet because they're not even clear to him yet. So he's still keeping like secrets from her. Then it jumps to Kid Flash, Wally West Flash, but Black Flash, like African American Flash. It goes to him, and then it starts off. My name is Wally West, and I am Kid Flash. And then he starts with his part on what he's doing and everything, and how he's trying to save the city and all this stuff, and so they're basically trying to figure. Someone is still controlling the black hole. If you guys didn't read the beginning of the Flash, there's like a organization called the Black Hole, and they're still trying to figure out like who's running it. So basically, at the end of this book, I see it shows Grodd, but Grodd didn't come out until the last panel. So Grodd is controlling like the black hole soldiers, and he's trying to get the Speed Force. He's trying to take the Speed Force away from Barry and have the Speed Force work for him, basically. So that's the beginning. There's nothing else to really say because most of the issue was just him showing Iris, his secrets, basically. That's basically what it was on there. So not much to say. The art, the Flash has been solid. I've been reading it since the beginning. And it's always entertaining, because if you like the whole, speedster thing, Speed Force, if you like the whole my name is Barry, and starts off like that, you get that feeling of the show, then I recommend it,
Good.
So,
I heard it's supposed to be like next story arc or something like that. Later on with the Flash, it's supposed to be like Barry West versus Wally West versus Barry Allen or something like that. Like battle between them two.
That's supposed to be after this one, after this
Okay.
story arc. Yeah.
There you go.
That's after this one. The Perfect Storm. So the Perfect Storm, they're referring to the Speed Force storm,
Got you. Definitely got to talk about that Doomsday Clock, though.
Yeah, so go ahead. If y'all
All
want to, unless Eli, you have another Marvel book that you want to talk, because we've been a lot of DC heavy. Is there any other Marvel book that you've been reading you want to talk about? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, I mentioned Astonishing X-Men earlier. That was good. I'm just gonna go over it. It was a good series. Whatever, they got trapped in the Shadow Realm with all the dead Yu-Gi-Oh characters there. No, but they were trapped in Shadow King's, his realm, and Professor X is there. Everybody's like, "Oh crap, Professor X is here!" Like, think it's an illusion. Like Shadow King is creating him, but like,
Not bad.
he's trying to like. It's me. I'm serious.
Yeah, you're free. You're free
I'm here in
You know what?
realm.
I'll bring up
Since I got killed, back, in the Aversack.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Eli's having technical difficulty.
You want me to bring up those two news things that quickly came up today? Because that's about the only two big things that came up.
No, let's just finish up the books, and then we could go to that,
Through
and then
that,
we can
Eli.
go to the books, and then that way, because it's already what time is it? Yeah, it's almost 11 already, right?
I know.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So pretty much, Professor X, he came back. He made like a deal with Phantom X, where Phantom X stayed, and like everybody had their own fantasy worlds. So pretty much, Phantom X stayed in his fantasy world and switched places with Professor X. So now, body, but because he did that, they're out of the realm. Like he came out anyway. So now Shadow King is, he's, on Earth, in the tangible world. So like they're gonna have this big ass fight with the Shadow King, and that's gonna be awesome.
X are back.
Yeah, I
Pretty
remember the
bad.
Shadow King from the X-Men cartoon '92.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the storyline's really good, so Yeah, I like that. I like how they did that.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And now
All
we
right.
can talk about the books. Market.
Yes. So, so real quick before we get onto the books, Mark, you wanted to talk about the Shazam movie, right? They started filming. They
Yeah.
started,
If you want to pull me up,
yeah, I got you presenting.
All right, Shazam officially begins filming today. So director David F. Sandberg is starting to do Shazam. So regardless of the bad publicity, Justice League got there, they were already going full forward with the Shazam film, which I'm shocked because they're actually moving really quick. They got the cast, and now they're starting the film, which is a great sign because they ain't taking forever. They're actually saying, "Okay, we got a script, we're going to make it." So this is actually a first. So all I can do is hope that this will be good. We already know that the Black Adam, The Rock, is not in this, but they are doing Dr. Sylvania, who's going to be played by Mark Strong. So
Hey.
I am looking forward to that because that's quite interesting.
And it's also going to be more of a teenage type feel to it because they're going to focus a lot on what I read on Billy Baxton.
Yes.
You know, on the kid side of it. So, you know, if Shazam is basically a kid that became a superhero. So he's having fun flying. He's like a big teenager. So look, I think this movie's gonna be very lighthearted. It's gonna be a lot of comedic elements to it, and I think that's where they're going with this movie, a family friendly movie.
Yeah, and also I think that I don't know if they're going to do any elements of the new 52 version of Shazam, but regardless, we're getting Shazam film, and I'm excited. So I hope, I just hope they, you know, like I said, I just hope there's no interference, and they just make the film, and hopefully it'll be a good film. Obviously, they were very satisfied with the script, and they got the casting, and they're starting to roll. So that's news number one that came out today. News number two, for you Valiant fans out there, bam. DMG acquires comics publisher Valiant Entertainment. They have everything, and DMG is going to be helping them get these movies out and all that. So they're a significant stakeholder now in the Valiant universe. So we already know Bloodshot and Harbinger are like going to be their first films that they're going to be doing. So for you Valiant fans out there, this is some good news because they again, another company that's been saying we're going to make movies, we're going to do it, and they're really going to be pushing it here and getting a whole Valiant universe.
David Jason Frank still going to be Bloodshot?
That I don't think so. I think that was just a web series.
Already planning to switch his character.
Yeah.
Oh, they scrapped it. All right. So real quick before we get onto the books, I just want to give everyone else a shout out because some people came on the chat after I did the chat shout out. We have Gomez, the comic collector, King of the Golden State. We have Comic Book Champ. We have who else? Joined us? Mr. Unknown Comics guy. Who else joined us in the chat?
Manny NYC.
Manny NYC joined us in the chat.
Ian Greens.
Third Division joined us in the chat. Rag 718. Who else? Puff Comics joined us. SS Comic Reader. I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, my apologies. But AG Surfer also. Shout out to him.
Yo, you missed that dude.
Mother.
I was gonna say,
yeah, you know what? Yeah. Spidey fan, shout out to Spidey fan. Thanks for joining us. And all right, so now I guess we're just gonna go over the books that are coming out this week, which is not much. It's mostly annuals are coming out, but so there's still a couple of dope covers, especially the one for Metal. Metal has a really nice cover coming up this week. Go ahead, Mark. Take it away.
Here we go. New issue of Metal. You know how much I love this book, and Frost hates it. So, deal with it. This is going to be an all foil cover, and as we can see, we see the Batman who laughs and the card right here, kind of like definitely a Joker. This is definitely a Joker cover, like
that's dope. That cover.
Way. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So that's the foil cover.
Capullo. That's the regular Capullo cover,
right? That's the Capullo.
Yep.
This is the Tony S. Daniel cover. Oops, sorry, wrong button. My bad. There we go.
And that's a Tony
That's
Daniel.
nice,
Right?
too.
Yeah, nice cover too.
And the Andy Kubert.
Yeah, the Andy Kuber looks nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yo, Andy Cooper been killing it with the variants on metal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If they made them all foil, I would probably get these. But I like the '90s shit, so I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm just getting the regular. Yeah.
I'm just getting
Yeah.
this one. Annuals, like you said, it's annual. So we got the Deathstroke annual number 4,
Man.
Annual.
Detectives Comics annual number 1.
Yeah. I'll get
Deathstroke's been a good read too. Yeah, read Deathstroke. I'm not reading it anymore though, but it still has been pretty good.
And as he was talking about it before, the Flash is the annual.
Nice.
Even though Amanda Conner is no longer writing the book, she is still doing covers. But yeah,
You know what? If they keep
This is
that
weird
cover
cover.
black and white like that, I might pick that up.
Yeah,
That's horrible. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
well, then because you got your Cho.
I know.
You got to get your Cho. Come on, look, she's
Yeah.
hanging on Man Bat.
Nah, I don't like
I
that.
know, but Joe, I think somebody at DC talked to Joe because he's not doing a lot of TNA like he did before.
Well,
Yeah.
you can only get away with so much,
Yeah, you can't be having one like
Plus,
thongs and
it's
stuff.
JLA Doom Patrol Special, Milk Wars Part 1.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Superman's the milkman, Wonder Woman the cleaning lady, and Batman's the preacher.
Oh my God.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I'll pass. Mystic U, another one I'll pass.
It's okay. It's a
The
team.
next one, Silencer. I will be picking that up.
Silencer, yes.
Yeah, I'll put that one.
Now these are the new characters that they've been doing, right?
Oh yeah, you know I'm
Right.
picking that up. That's genre.
Yeah, with the little previews in back of the issue.
Because they've been ripping off
That's
from
like-
Marvel.
The one that I'm looking forward to is the Terrifics.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Terrifics, yes.
Yeah. But I've read the preview. I read the preview of Silencer. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
And this is
That's a
Motherland.
nice John Romita Jr. cover too.
Yep.
Vertigo. I mean, it's Vertigo.
Yep.
Alright.
And that's
Yeah.
right. Okay,
No,
so that's it.
sounds
That's
like
all
pretty
for
good.
DC there. So let's just go down.
I think there's a new Spawn.
Yeah, well, let's show the Spawn. The
Yeah,
Spawn is
Spawn.
going to be an interesting book. Come on.
That one's the
That's a nice
first
cover.
one is the B cover. That's the B cover. That's supposed to be the black
That's-
and white cover.
Okay.
Right.
And the other
that's
one
it.
is from the last issue. That's the last issue's cover.
That's not
Yeah.
so it's a Midtown screw up. Luckily, we don't get paid by them.
Yeah, they don't sponsor us.
Yeah.
That's
That's what the cover.
So supposedly, Eli, you were telling us a new character is going to be introduced in this book.
Yeah, so I've been reading Spawn. He's in Japan right now. He's fighting, he's trying to get away from like this order of like demons or whatever. They're like going after like all his relatives and stuff. So they're going after Cyan because I think she has powers. And basically this organization is kidnapping to like feed this demon lady or whatever. At the end of the last issue, they like introduced this new character. He looks kind of weird. He looks like freaking Pinhead without all the pins. Well, I don't even know if that's even the character they're talking about, but like some character showed up at the end of the
What's the
last issue.
synopsis?
Show the Valiant books too.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Exciting final of the Dark Horror Story arc. This issue marks the introduction of a new character soon to have his own Image comic book. Okay, there you go. There's your scoop right there.
There you
Yep,
go.
it's a first appearance.
so
There's the parents. We
First
go
appearance.
through Marvel real quick before we get to the Valiant or whatever.
Wolverine, anybody reading that?
All right.
Which one?
So
No.
what's this? All new Wolverine, right?
Yeah, hold on one sec. Hold on. I gotta lower my volume, Manny. Your kid's echoing in my brain.
Oh my bad.
I'm sorry, man.
Hold on, hold on, I'm muted.
I'm sorry.
I'm not like,
Okay, so what do we got? The all new Wolverine number 30. Tom Taylor. And let me tell you something about Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor is a great writer. He does Injustice. He does this book, and he's been doing real good.
Oh,
As far as
yeah.
I understand. Anybody been reading it?
No.
I think that is that the last part to Orphans X or whatever.
I believe so. I haven't been keeping up. I missed out
I
on
read
that.
like
Final
I read
epic
like the
battle.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I read the first 2 or 3 issues, and basically they team
Not
up
good?
because they're trying to
Okay.
steal their antimanium so they can like use it to make weapons and whatever.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the gist of the storyline.
Okay.
But
You got
I didn't read
Logan
the
coming
rest of
back
it.
too, right? You got Logan coming back soon.
Yeah, true. Amazing Spider-Man, renew your vows for the 100th fucking time.
Yo, is that weekly now? Like I feel like that book comes out like a lot.
It's monthly now. What happened is you got a bunch of fans who don't like the current Spider-Man. They like Spider-Man when he was married to MJ and they had the kid and all that stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I think out of the whole Secret Wars thing, that was like the most popular book. So this side, you know what? Keep the fans happy. Marvel makes some money. We're gonna keep this run going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
basically,
can't remember
confusing
if I
us.
have.
Okay.
Yeah, but
If I have a
that run is volume 2.
variant
It's not even
for
volume 1. It's volume 2.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
volume
it's
2.
Yeah.
All right. Avengers. Nice Mark Brooks cover there.
Yeah, the storyline's been good. It's been like slow, but there's been like enough,
nice.
I think, like action to like, keep you hold over. But it's going somewhere. Hopefully they don't drop the ball with it. But
they're actually saying an Avenger will fall in this issue.
Is supposedly Lady Thor? I know Lady Thor.
Let's hope it's Red Hulk. I don't like what they did.
Well, they
with
say
Red
the
Hulk.
Avengers are caught in a game
they
of
put the
cosmic
mustache
proportions,
on.
but if they don't know the rules, one of them is about to pay the ultimate price. The first Avenger falls.
This is basically Contest of Champions, but they don't want to do another miniseries.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, the
Because
variant.
the Collector, he's the main villain. So,
Okay.
well, sort of. He's sort of the main villain. He's the villain they're focusing on right
Well,
now.
this variant
but-
is sold out, and I don't understand why. I don't get it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cover
looks
price.
stupid.
So what the fuck? All right. And this is the seat cover.
Somebody's
This is
plugging in, plugging out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sold
Still
out because
connecting.
somebody probably dying in that issue. Said it's gonna fall.
All right.
Yeah, but why is that cover so?
Where I rather get
I have no idea. Ben Riley, the Scarlet Spider, number 13.
Freaking Cyber's back. Spoiler alert. If you know Cyber is that he's the Hornet. He's disguised as the Hornet.
Okay.
Because the original Hornet died
Cyberforce
from Wolverine. One of Wolverine's villains.
Let's see.
Cyberforce is actually coming back though.
Oh, you get a Black Panther free?
Printing. Captain Marvel.
Yeah, we can pass that.
We can pass that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a nice cover. That's a nice Phil Noto.
Defenders.
That's
That
being
book-
canceled. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Despicable
Bendis
Deadpool.
dropped the ball with that book.
because he was moving to DC.
Yeah.
Go to Incredible Hulk.
Oh, the Incredible Hulk. Okay. Go right here. Greg Land cover. Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Smash. They're ripping off the movie.
The movie made a lot of money, so they're going to push it, man.
This cover is out of stock.
That cover looks
Yes,
awful.
it's an-
I'm sorry. That's his worst work. Look at Black Widow's face.
Yeah.
That's the grin off.
That's
Yeah.
grand off.
And this one, no, this is second printing. All right, Invincible Iron.
How much was that grind off cover? How much?
The
Regular price.
regular price. Regular price.
Do that cover already with the armors are killing him in like the last series.
It could have. This cover is sold out on Midtown Online.
It has nothing to do with Iron Man, but
I know. Jean Grey number 11. Now wait a minute. They have the Return of the Phoenix, and she still has her own book. I'm just okay.
That's a teen. I think she's supposed to be a teenager. Teenager.
Yeah,
Oh,
Teenager
okay,
Jean
that's the
Grey.
teenager one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm confused because she's at work and she has a job and everything, and her parents like, wait, what's going on?
You're frozen.
I don't understand. I didn't understand what's going on with this Jean Grey. So
Yeah, nobody understands what you just
Just-
saying.
Phoenix Jean Grey, and I'm like,
Jessica Jones, I guess, is the. Yeah, you're freezing up big
Who,
time,
me?
Eli.
Yeah, man. Tell your school, man. What the hell? I pay all that tuition for.
I guess this is the Purple Man here.
They bringing him back.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
You know what? Too.
I gotta tell IT something too.
Jesse also just put the new Supergirl issue 19B, our German variant. He put it on the New York Warriors page.
Mm-hmm.
When you finish going through this, go through that too, so you can show everybody how it looks.
Okay.
Our Germ, it's nice.
Oh, the art germ one? Shit. Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, when we get the Moon Knight. That's a funny cover.
Yeah.
They did Big
I kinda
Barter
like
in
that cover.
what you call it like that. They did Big Barter in Moon Knight. I mean
Yes.
Moon Knight. Big Barter
Yeah.
in
Mr.
it's a
Miracle.
page though. It's in one of those old
came
Mr.
back.
Miracle
You hear
books.
me?
Not like the Jack Kirby
Yeah.
book, but the
Old Man
another
Logan.
book.
Here we go. Phoenix Resurrection number 5. Now you guys have been reading that. How you been liking it so far?
I haven't
It's
read.
alright.
I read the first two. I didn't read the rest. So far so good.
Okay.
So far it's gonna lead into X-Men Red, so that's good.
Okay, this is a variant sold out.
Yeah.
I like that cover. It's nice.
Yeah, that cover's nice.
I like that I like that Phoenix anyway.
Mm.
I like that.
I like that jacket. I want one, but they don't.
Well, before you could get one, you gotta fix your internet.
Fix your internet first, then get the jacket.
It's not my internet. It's the school's internet.
Well, then tell them I'm
They
gonna
don't pay the
stop
bill.
payment soon.
All right, that's a little weird.
Next year is gonna be my last payment, so you better tell them.
Punisher Platoon number 5. I have not been reading it.
They already did that book.
Yeah.
I haven't read that either.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I mean,
sound-
Garth Ennis already did that already, and I thought that was perfect. So, Rise of the Black Panther number 1. Oh no, wait a minute, that's a sign.
No,
Sorry, my bad. You know, they have 10,000 fucking things because they can't sell their books. All right.
You know what? Then maybe we should just.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah,
Yeah, are we at the end?
pretty much.
Oh my
Dr.
Star
Aphra.
Wars.
was DJ
Star
for
Wars,
sure.
gotta show the Star Wars, a little Dr. Aphra action. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised this book is still going. I don't know.
That book sucks.
I liked her in the Darth Vader stories, and I really don't care about.
Oh, shout out to Triple C. He just jumped in real quick.
Hey.
Yeah, he's getting ready to work. He'll catch us on the rewind.
Oh,
Triple C, I got my book.
Here's
that video
something that I still can't believe they're actually doing. They're going to do a comic on that DJ character from The Last Jedi.
Get
Who was
outta here.
Benicio del Toro's character, who was in the movie for fucking 10 fucking minutes. Who
Yo,
the
that's
fuck thinks that this book is going to do well?
He said Antonio Banderas.
I know, Antonio Banderas. I don't know.
Commercial.
Whatever.
That looks like some too.
It does. It does. I got to give
Pick
it.
that
What
up.
it look like.
I'm gonna pick that up probably, maybe.
Yeah.
But did
Looks like
he
the guy.
die at the end of the movie?
No.
Oh,
yeah, thank you. Y'all
Oh,
haven't
it's
we
all
seen
the
did.
fucking
yet.
thing that exploded, so I'm
No,
hoping that he was.
no, he got away.
Yeah.
He got away. Yeah, he got away. I
Oh,
messed
right.
that
He
up.
took his shit and he left already. That's
Come on,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took his stuff and then he put it up your freaking.
So yeah, there he is. That's his character. So I guess the next story arc from The Last Jedi is going to be the Blue Milk Saga on how many times Luke is milking that tit every day. All right, so next book.
Fuck that.
Wow.
Oh, Tales of Suspense is sold out. I'm about to get
That's
it.
his first
Yeah,
time on the
Cholula,
cover.
he jacked up the name Benicio Torres.
Yeah, guys,
Bellissimo.
wait, you
It's
expect me to do
Benicio,
tongue
Benicio.
twisters at this time?
Is it Benicio?
This is the variant.
It's Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro. See, I got it right that time.
That cover's not even that good. Why is it sold out?
I don't know. I actually like the first cover here. That looks a lot better.
I don't like that
Me too.
Avengers cover. The Avengers cover's alright. I like that West Coast Avengers cover they did last week.
The Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
Yours,
you
I
want
got you.
to see the Archer
You're good looking, man.
Supergirl?
Yeah, just go to the New York Warriors Facebook page. Shout out
Well,
to
I'm
Jesse.
just gonna go right here because
He posted it on there. All right.
yeah.
Oh, just on a side note, I'm looking through the rest of Midtown. I haven't seen the Balance books coming out tomorrow.
Issue
What?
number 19.
Oh, 19.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
Put the baby to sleep.
Oh, you can hear the baby. The baby's on New York City time. He's what?
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell, man? Not
Yeah,
coming up.
It's not gonna
That's
come
too
up
much.
there, Marky. That's why I said.
All right.
Let
Yeah,
me
look on
operate it.
previews. It's gonna take forever.
Yeah,
but
you bring it up. You bring it up. Let me stop here.
you didn't show Valiant. Oh well, Valiant
No,
viewers are
there
gonna
was
get
wasn't
mad.
any Valiant. I just took a look.
There was no Valent.
Nah.
No Valent. All right, no Valent, people. Mm.
Wow.
Tell them to make more books.
All right, guys, hold on. Here we go.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, no. Oh, okay.
Oh, I want
Oh, there
that.
you go.
Oh shit.
Well, I
All
thought
right,
Damn.
so that's the cover B for issue 19.
That's the Superman Adventure Supergirl, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cartoon Supergirl.
Yeah. Yep.
That
So
shit
that's
is
the
sick,
new
bro.
cover right there.
Yep. I want it.
I actually like the one that they showed before, the one that looks a more painted artwork or whatever that one is.
Issue 18. That's issue 18.
Yeah, I actually like
It's
that
coming
one
out.
better. But
Yeah.
now, hey, Art Germ is like the new hot cover guy, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
people gonna buy them.
All I know is people have been picking up Supergirl, so they've always had Supergirl in my shop, but they never have no fucking Flash or Wonder Woman or nothing.
Oh man.
So
Wow.
They sell out that shit. Or they don't order enough.
like they get like one or two copies of Flash, and then they get like maybe one of Wonder Woman if I'm lucky.
Okay.
But like they always have Supergirl, so I always get it.
All right, so I think it's that time
Yeah.
where we're gonna call it. It's past, to what, almost 11:15. It's past our 1 hour threshold. Yep. So real quick, if anyone has anything to say, this is the time.
No.
Oh.
Just shout out to everybody in the chat. Whoever, shout out to everybody who's watching. You know?
That's the only shout out that I got is holy shit for you heavy metal fans out there. And I know it's a comic show, but fucking Slayer's retiring. All right, so happy 35 fucking years of fucking kicking my ass, and everybody go on their last tour because I will be there. So if you see me there, I'll say hi to you. So see you in the pit.
That's right. And then you can buy the T-shirt after he wears it for $300 on eBay.
That's right. That's how it's gonna roll.
You know what? Only thing I have to say is I'm starting a petition. I'm trying to get Eddie, the comic guy, to start making videos again.
Yeah.
He always complains that I don't make enough videos. So Eddie, go out there, start
We
making
gotta start
videos,
a
bro.
Patreon account
Get
for
on
Eddie.
it. Get on it.
A GoFundMe account.
All right.
I guess people's wives don't sleep. I guess I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I just want to thank everyone for joining us in the chat. At some point, I think we had about 30 viewers. That's really good for us.
I got to shout people out.
Who you gonna shout out?
Yeah, no, I was gonna shout out to Beyond the Blast Doors for subscribing to my channel, and Triple C because I got his Mr. Miracle from the auction. So
All right,
yeah,
nice.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Salam alaikum.
What about you guys? Anybody else before I end it?
Yeah, shout out to my new subscribers too. I have a few new subscribers, the old ones too. And,
Go ahead. Who are your new subscribers to?
Shit. I'm gonna have to look up. I don't want to look up.
When you guys get shout, they gotta be specific.
Don't look it up. Yo, you guys know who you are, man. The
Yeah,
You know who you are. I appreciate you. Appreciate
Also, if anybody was wondering about their books that they won from the auction, all your books are sent out from my end, and I'm sure the other guys have their out too. So you should be getting them or have them already. So thank you again for that.
Oh yes, yeah,
that's right. We're gonna have another auction. As a matter of fact, that's one of the announcements. We haven't set out another date, but we are gonna have another auction. It's not gonna be this weekend. This weekend is the Great Legends auction, and then Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. So this weekend, no, definitely for us, but maybe next week Friday. The day is not official. Once the day is official, we will put it on Facebook. We'll post it on Instagram, and of course, we'll mention it in our individual videos also. So look forward to that maybe 2 weeks from now. And that's it, guys. Until next time. Peace.
See ya,
Gators.
Later.